Hello, Oxford parents and students. My name is River.tuck, and I would like to welcome you to Schooling Around right here on OCTV. Whether you're watching on one of our TV channels or on one of the many outlets online, thank you for tuning in. On this show, I capture the biggest happenings around Oxford involving our scholars and families, whether it be in the schools or something the whole family can enjoy during time off of school. Speaking of something families can enjoy during their time off from school, this is a very special edition of Schooling Around as we venture into part 2 of the Year of the Volunteer. I was inspired by the many great charities around the Oxford area to get this idea started at the start of the new year. Seeing how many students and families were in need of something to do doing together during winter break, I decided who better to bring the charities to than to our Schooling Around audience. After all, even when I was producing this, there were Oxford students and staff out setting great examples of what it means to give back and to really go the extra mile doing so. One such story comes from the rooftops of Oxford Middle School. Oxford teachers Josh Smokovitz and Jason Cady told students they would spend the night on the roof if their classes raised the most money for the American Cancer Society through their recent middle school Spirit Week fundraisers. Of the $7,510 raised, their students personally raised $1,757 of that. The teachers stayed up all night live streaming the event, and I stayed up to join them and captured a slice of the night. Take a look.
Here we are. We're back. All right. So we had some technical difficulties, but we're up and running. Mr. Cady was getting interviewed over there while we were troubleshooting and stuff. So look for some stuff
Fox
out
2,
there.
Fox 2,
Awesome.
2.0.
Awesome.
Fox
So,
2.0.
Why are we here?
This year, the cause that our students got behind was the American Cancer Society. They bought in again another organization that's dear to me and the battles my family and
Likewise.
my friends have faced with cancer, and
Likewise.
and our kids, challenged us again, or we challenged our kids, and our students came through. Not just our students, but all of Oxford Middle Schools. We raised nearly $8,000 for ACS, and we won or lost, however you look at it. We're out here again. Planet Hoth, frozen over. Tent is down in the background. Can barely see it, but we're back and glad to do it. Glad to do it.
So again, we're not up here to promote Mr. Cady and I. We're here to kind of be the voice of all of our student body and just kind of help showcase and celebrate the generosity of our students and our staff,
our
and
community.
Our community for sure. Our students and staff district wide contributed to our penny wars and raising funds for the American Cancer Society. We had elementary buildings raising money. We had high school students and staff raising money. We had parents driving by donating change out of their door handles and stuff like that and stuff. We had bus drivers donating money at bus stops and along the way. And so I think it'd be hard to find pretty much anybody that hasn't been touched by cancer or affected by cancer. And so Mr. Cady and I are proud to sit up here and
we really are blessed. I mean, this is it's a total team effort from our building supervisors and our maintenance crew that helped set this up and make it safe for us. I mean, we appreciate that, but we're calling in favors from teachers, our friends, getting tents, calling John Ward, our old tech guy, networking.
Indeed.
And everything's going around. I got
Cheers. Let's see. Who do we have here?
Woo! Hi, Oxford! Hey!
Looks like we have some of our elementary folks here. Some blasts from the past. I'm going to adjust the lights here just to make sure, see if it doesn't wash out their faces too much. Oh, wait, Willie the Wildcats here. Yo! All right. Awesome.
Yay!
All right. Well, Mr. Cady's in there too. Yeah. Good. All right. We can't see the chat quite yet here because we're a little bit far away, but do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Why don't you introduce yourselves? Tell us who you are.
All right, I'm Paul McDevitt. I'm the principal at Leonard Elementary.
I'm Peggy Mueller, music teacher at Leonard, at OES, and Clear Lake. Stephanie McConey, the music teacher at DA, Lakeville, and Leonard. There's
Willie.
Hey, I'm Pete Schmersh, third grade, OES. Give a shout out to all my Schmershlings out there. Hi, my name
And
is
the
John
students.
Brown. I'm the principal at Oxford Elementary.
All
I'm
right.
really glad you guys are here today.
Thank you so much. When we reached out to ask you if you would be interested, I think Mr. Cady, I think every single person said, yeah.
It was a lot warmer that day.
It was early. It was early.
2 days ago, it was like 50.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That
Nice.
was a good idea. No. We're happy to be here to support this awesome cause
It is
and the awesome work you guys do and the awesome Oxford community. We'd be here in a heartbeat. Yep.
Thank you. That's what I was going to ask you. Why'd you want to come up on the roof? So I guess that's a great answer.
I think it's a great start. Let's
Yeah.
hear from all of us.
Nice.
It just makes me so proud that we teach our kids to take action. It's great to see adults that are sort of modeling that same thing. I think it's a big part of what we want to do with IB, and it's great to be in a community that really shows out and supports this kind of stuff.
Mr. Brown from OES. Mr. Brown and I have an event tomorrow night that we're going to roll into. Do you want to share what we have going tomorrow night for some of our elementary kids here?
So first, we'll give
Oh,
the
yeah?
big thank you to Mr. Smokovitz, who's doing the late night tonight and is then leading a dance party tomorrow night. But between DA and OES, we've got over 400 kids that are signed up to come to our glow party tomorrow
It's
night.
not just a
which is
dance
a great
party;
thing.
it's a glow dance party.
Woo!
So we're going to be rolling on coffee on that one. So it'll be a great time. Great time last year and stuff too. So cool. We did the roof sit last year, and we wanted to spread some of the enjoyment and share with you guys and celebrate things. But before we get into some of the special things you maybe have in store for us, does anybody care to share? We're up here because the student body of Oxford Middle School chose the American Cancer Society, and I guess Mr. Cady kind of want to, and I want to kind of keep it real and keep that pulse going through this whole event. Does anybody have any stories or memories or anything that they want to share about maybe what the American Cancer Society cause means to them, or anything you'd like to share in that type of a thought?
Well, I think everybody has had cancer touch their life in one way or another, from grandparents to parents to friends to loved ones. And to know that there's an organization out there that's providing resources for doctors to do research and find cures, find treatments. It's amazing how far they've come in the past 20 years as far as cancer survival rates and the quality of life and longevity. So I'm really happy that our schools and Oxford Middle School and all of our schools do things to help promote society.
Thank you. Anybody else or not?
Well, that's so well said. It's kind of hard to follow. It really is, but it's so very true. I think, as Paul said, if all of us have had that touch our lives in one way or another. It's such an important cause, and I'm just so proud to be amongst this community, the school community, and the community itself, because it's an awesome, supportive community, and I love how we do promote that with our students as well, and that's where I'm here showing our support back to them.
Thank you. We're getting, just so you know, later on, you guys will have to go back through and watch this segment on YouTube, because you're all getting lots of hi.
Hi, everybody.
I'm just glad you didn't pick the Hypothermia Foundation. 'Cause they probably drowned on this event.
Nice. Yeah, that's funny. Willie the Wildcat's probably the most warm person up there. That's awesome.
He
Lucky.
never complains.
Lucky.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna step away. I'm just gonna turn it over to you guys. I don't know if you have anything that
Well,
you know.
Mrs. Bueller always has something.
Yes.
to
Yeah,
say.
but it does have to
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
the Oxford School elementary staff.
Okay, line up. Okay, line up. Okay, I'm Mrs. Bueller, and I teach music.
I'm Mr. McDevitt, and I'm not. I'm Mr. Brown, and I'm at OES.
I'm Mrs. McConey, and I teach music. Woo!
He's the Wildcat,
And everyone
And
loves
that's what
him.
he does.
and I'm Mr. Schmersh, and I teach third grade.
Woo! Okay, Wildcats, are you ready?
Yay!
Woo!
Well,
Months worth of practice.
River.tuck. I'm recording live stream to show the school news tomorrow on OCTV. Any words for the community? Yeah, we got words for the community. Thanks for being awesome.
Yeah, thank you so much for all the support, and just everything. This has been awesome. This has been another great experience.
The whole reason we're on the roof is to celebrate the generosity of our Oxford middle school students, elementary students, high school students, our staff, district wide. We had bus drivers donating to the American Cancer Society charity that was chosen by our students to raise money for, and community members and whatnot donating as well. So we've 5 years ago doing this charity penny war drive and everything for a good cause. We've started a really unique thing here, and it's really just taken off and just sharing the generosity. And so Mr. Cady and I put the bets to our kids, and they stepped up, and here we are. And we just want to bounce it back and reflect it back to the community of Oxford and to inspire it to keep continuing and just being kind and giving and through these live streams. It's been pretty amazing, the outreach and from a global impact. Here in Oxford, we say, the globe is our campus, and we really get some direct impact. I think last year's live stream, the data says we're 85 countries.
Stopped counting at 85.
Stopped counting at 85 countries that checked in, and 125,000 views and blowing up on different
all
websites.
50 states.
The
district and Puerto Rico. It was really cool to put Oxford to get Oxford the little shine that it deserves.
Yep.
I had a great time staying up to watch that live stream, and am thrilled to find out that this is becoming a yearly tradition. Traditions like that will hopefully inspire you, the Oxford families, to create traditions of your own through charitable work here in Oxford. Traditions like going to help at the Oxford Orion Fish Pantry or over at the Free Meals program at the Oxford United Methodist Church, both of which are great charities that I cover on the next Schooling Around that will be dropping next week. So please stay tuned to all of the Schooling Around outlets for all of the information you need to get started giving back to the community. We have a lot of community here in Oxford, something that we are very proud of. I saw a lot of that community at the opening night of the Oxford Library's great new exhibit all about Michigan agriculture. I was there to capture what you and the family were missing out and to inspire you to go check out that exhibit that's still up today. It is a beautiful exhibit, and you will only see some of it in this clip, so please go to the Oxford Public Library to see it in person. I also got to attend a speaker from the Michigan Barn Preservation Network who spoke to eager members of the community about our agricultural heritage. Here for you now is a combined clip of both of those occasions.
They've got one called Cats, and another one called Dogs.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Cloutier. I am the Director and CEO of Oxford Public Library and the President of the Northeast Oakland Historical Society Museum here in downtown Oxford. I want to, first of all, welcome everybody. I know there's a lot of familiar faces in the room, but there's also a lot of faces of folks that I've never seen in the library before. So if this is your first time to the library, to Oxford Public Library, welcome. And we hope that you enjoy your stay with us this evening. We hope that you will return to our lovely library here in the near future. First of all, I want to say thank you to the Michigan Historic Barn Preservation Network for allowing us the opportunity to host this exhibit. But there are also a lot of people who put this exhibit together on a local level that I want to thank as well. We first want to thank the Northeast Oakland Historical Society Museum, because a lot of the artifacts that you see here this evening are unknown to us from them. There are a lot of also private individuals who have given us a generous opportunity to share their collections with us as well. And I also want to thank the Metamora Hunt, because without them, there's a lot of things here that just would not have been possible.
So I have dogs and people that take care of 3 weeks at a time.
We did it now.
Sorry, ma'am. I didn't see you there.
We started off think about it.
Okay, well, I did grow up on a farm in Gilman County, and the barn was very favorable to me. It was a lot of fun and a lot of stories, not only in that barn, but the neighbor barns. And so it was a great part of my growing up. And there was no electricity. My father, in 1939, being somewhat politically astute, began to try and get 10 people to sign up for electricity in that neighborhood so he could get power through there for his farm. He got 9. The 10th one was a good friend of his who said he would never have electricity in the house because of the evil spirits that it brings into the house. And so that ended with the war coming on in the 1940s and a moratorium on any more rural electrification. And so it was 1948 when finally, after the war, and it geared up and the electricity got in there. And so I love growing up. My mother was an artist at cooking. We had a cook stove, a wood cook stove. Catch your eye, what do you think this is? That's the electric crane. Okay, so all of a sudden, Mrs. Chapin could make 3 or 4 pounds of butter, jump on the interurban train, and go to Lansing, Jackson, or Ann Arbor, wherever, and sell it.
An outstanding exhibit, and I do hope you all go check it out soon. I heard that a lot of the items in the exhibit were very carefully selected and donated from our community, so thank you to everyone who made this possible. In keeping with the theme of community here on Schooling Around, what's a community without their athletics and competitions? For our last story out of Oxford, I headed out to see our Oxford cheerleaders host and win their invitational last week. It was an outstanding turnout, sporting fans from all over the state who came out for a day jam-packed full of great performances from all of the many competitors. I captured that event and our varsity squad's performance. Here's a look at that.
Come up with an idea? All right.
Congratulations to our Oxford cheer team on the win, and go Wildcats. That is it for Schooling Around this week, and there are more jam-packed Schooling Around episodes on the way, including what will be part 3 of our volunteer-themed run of episodes. Like I mentioned before, that will have footage from our local fish pantry and free meals program, so look forward to that. For more about our school district and all things our scholars and families can do in our community, tune in next time to Oxford Community Television. Until then, I have been River Tuck for your Schooling Around and School News. Until next time, Oxford.